Hi, I'm Dave Kinsare, Vice President of Sales for Proven Winners, and welcome to our launch of the new Proven Winners plants and programs for the 2025 season. I know everyone is busier than ever, so on behalf of the entire Proven Winners Growing Network, thank you for taking the time to learn more about the exciting things we've been working on. Proven Winners started in 1992 as a collection of 4 plants, informative plant tags to help the gardener, and a program name that continues to be our North Star 30 years later. That humble beginning has grown into an all-encompassing, family-owned gardening lifestyle brand designed around gardener success and repeat purchases for our retailer, grower, and broker partners. Our dedicated team continues to search the globe for the top-performing plants and gardening-related products designed to make everyone along the distribution chain more profitable and more successful. Today, you'll come with me as I walk you through our new plants, new partnerships, new gardening products, and how we plan to support you with the industry's most innovative and extensive consumer awareness and marketing campaign. As I mentioned earlier, Proven Winners started with 4 unique and groundbreaking flowering annuals, and over the years we have introduced many first-to-market cutting-edge plants that have gone on to be industry staples. Our product development team works with a large network of plant breeders from around the world, trialing thousands of varieties each year in multiple climatic environments to find the very best plants with the broadest performance range throughout North America. Our in-depth evaluation process has a focus on performance for the grower, retail appeal, and most importantly, season-long performance for the home gardener. When selecting new varieties, consumer success and our mantra, a better garden starts with a better plant, will always be our guiding principle and is the core of what sets Proven Winners Annuals apart from all other plant breeding companies. Let's take a look at the exciting collection of new annual varieties for the 2025 season. Angel Face White Improved boasts unbeatable flower power on upright stems above deeper green glossy foliage. The improved vigor makes it easier for growers to get into color for spring sales, bringing it in line with the other Angel Face varieties. Outstanding heat and humidity tolerance makes Angel Face White Improved a must-have upright thriller variety for container recipes and landscapes. Bicolor flowers remain near the top of the list of gardeners' favorite colors, and Angel Face Wedgwood Pink has it in spades. A unique color to the market, its full, well-branched habit easily fills containers in production and can be timed to match its bicolor companion, Angel Face Wedgwood Blue. Pair it with trending silvers and jewel tones in container recipes or plant it en masse in low-maintenance landscapes for non-stop color all season. Trialing first for rooting performance, followed by vigor in spring production, and finally for summer garden performance has led to the launch of this out-of-this-world new shade-loving Space Age Rex Begonia collection. It features 3 of the most exceptional cultivars on the market today, each one with unique foliage and are easier to grow. First up is Space Age Black Hole, which boasts shining silver leaves with black, jagged edges, dark green veining, and an explosion of burgundy to black in the center. Small coral red blossoms are an occasional added bonus. The excellent vigor and branching of Space Age Black Hole results in a dense, upright, mounding plant that shines in shade containers. Next up is Space Age Europa, a 2025 top pick. Like a cool, silvery pool that shines in the shade, the large leaves of Space Age Europa are flooded with shimmering silver rimmed in black and splashed with lavender in the middle and just inside the leaf edges. Small coral red blossoms are an added bonus late in the season. And rounding out the collection is Space Age Triton. Quite unlike its series companions in appearance, the smaller leaved Space Age Triton grows vigorously to form a very dense, compact mound. Its dark green leaves have far smoother edges, and the entire leaf surface is blasted with a fine silver mist like a glimmering waterfall. We welcome 2 new double-flowered Superbells Calibrachoa varieties for the 2025 season. Superbells Double Smitten Pink and Superbells Double Vintage Coral, both of which are 2025 top picks. Fantastic in container gardens and mixed with other plants and recipes, these varieties produce an abundance of flowers held atop the foliage and have been screened specifically for resistance to Phalaenopsis. The two-tone pattern of Superbell's Double Smitten Pink makes it a cinch to match up with both pastels and vibrant colors in hanging baskets, window boxes, and upright container recipes. Superbell's Double Smitten Pink is a robust cultivar that forms a well-branched, mounded trailing habit. Everything vintage is trending with consumers, and the antique amber-orange veined, fully double-flowered Superbell's Double Vintage Coral is everything they are looking for. Its color shift when grown outside makes it even more compelling, with purple tones appearing in its veins and petals. Try combining Superbell's Double Vintage Coral with deep reds and purples, golds, or creamy white flowers in hanging baskets, upright containers, and window boxes. This new variety was a standout performer in our Florida trials, ranking as the top Superbells and one of the best plants overall. Another 2025 top pick is Color Blaze Mini Me Chartreuse, a slightly larger companion to the popular Color Blaze Mini Me Watermelon. This chartreuse, feathery textured coleus forms a compact, densely branched clump with no pinching or PGRs. Small yet mighty, Color Blaze Mini Me Chartreuse has excellent vigor, has excellent resistance to downy mildew, and shines in sun or shade containers and landscapes. Expanding our list of heat-tolerant annuals, the Totally Tempted series of Kufia flourishes both in arid and humid climates, are favorites of pollinators, plus it includes a range of colors that's sure to coordinate with any color palette. The self-cleaning blossoms of Totally Tempted varieties keep right on coming from spring to fall, providing a continuous nectar source for our winged friends. Let's take a look at the 4 Totally Tempted varieties joining the Proven Winners program. Totally Tempted Frosted Violets boasts violet-purple blush pink rimmed blossoms. Totally Tempted Richly Red with rich red blooms with a deep purple center. Totally Tempted Vivid Violet bears bi-toned violet-purple blooms with rich violet edges. And Totally Tempted Watermelon Wine has attractive watermelon red flowers. Growers will appreciate the more refined, tighter branched habit and oedema resistance of the varieties in the Totally Tempted series. Be sure to include them in both your spring and summer production schedules to keep a steady supply available for retail. Dahlias are undeniably trending with consumers, but are not typically growers' favorite plants to produce due to their awkward size and propensity for developing mildew. We've trialed garden dahlias for a decade or more, pulling together the very best in class to form our new Virtuoso collection. The new Virtuoso collection of dahlias launches in a broad range of colors, including carmine red, bright yellow, soft pink, deep pink, and violet purple. The 5 varieties are Virtuoso Classic Carmine, Virtuoso Dayglow Yellow, Virtuoso Pinkerific, a 2025 top pick, Virtuoso Rad Raz, and Virtuoso Vibrant Violet. These plants display outstanding vigor, good tolerance to powdery mildew, and large double to semi-double flowers that stand on proportional stems. Blooming throughout the whole season, their sales window is greatly expanded over typical dahlias, so you can keep your customers supplied for months, not weeks. If you've shied away from growing heliotrope in the past due to poor performance in production and in the garden, it's time to take another look. 2 key improvements make Aromagica Purple, a 2025 top pick, worth growing. Incredible summer garden performance and a well-branched layered habit. While others can look tired and sparse by mid-season, Aromagica Purple remains full and covered in large, fragrant purple blossoms. The large flowers attracting pollinating bees and butterflies and hummingbirds all summer long. Expect the flower color to be most intense in highlight conditions. Another key benefit of Aromagica Purple is the rugose dark green foliage and fragrant blooms, making it typically not attractive to deer. For 2025, we have upgraded 3 Rocapoco Double Impatiens colors for improved container and garden performance. Our 3 new varieties are Rocapoco Apple Blossom Improved with soft pink flowers, Rocapoco Red with fiery red blossoms, and Rocapoco Rose Improved with rosy pink flowers. Each variety will bloom prolifically from spring until frost without deadheading over the canopy of well-branched, mounded foliage. Growers will be impressed with the strong vigor and perfect growing habit. Bluebird Improved displays a much tidier, better branched habit compared to the original Bluebird, and holds its shape as it matures while retaining the flowers everyone loves. Bluebird Improved will have far greater garden performance due to its increased heat tolerance. Our most popular class of Proven Winners annuals remains Supertunia petunias, famous for exceptional all-season performance, extreme weather tolerance, ideal growing habits, and the ability to produce an abundance of self-cleaning flowers, and the ability to thrive in landscapes, containers, and in recipes. Supertunia Bermuda Beach Improved blooms in a very similar shade of medium pink with a hint of coral and white throat as the original variety. The ideal growth habit of Supertunia Bermuda Beach Improved allows growers and consumers to use it in their favorite recipes. The innovative and eye-catching flowers of these 2 new varieties creates a new subclass of Supertunia that we're calling Supertunia Tiara. Both feature flowers with a luminescent glow which emanates from the center, not unlike the color patterns found in some morning glory flowers. No deadheading is needed to keep Supertunia Tiara varieties in bloom from spring to fall. In addition to gorgeous flowers, the vigor is incredible, nearly rivaling Supertunia Vista petunias, but with a more trailing habit. Combine it with other medium to high vigor plants in large hanging baskets and upright containers, or use it as a flowering ground cover for landscapes. First is Supertunia Tiara Blue, a 2025 top pick. And next is Supertunia Tiara Pink, one of the most outstanding new Supertunia varieties from our trials. Growers have keyed into our Supertunia Mini Vista line for its ease of growth and perfect presentation in Grande, Classic, and Royale containers. Expanding the color range of the series, Supertunia Mini Vista Plum Veined is a fuchsia pink, plum veined cultivar that forms a glowing carpet of color which persists non-stop from spring until frost without deadheading. It's a great match for others in this series and replaces Supertunia Rose Veined this year. Though the blossoms are a bit smaller than a standard Supertunia, they more than make up for it with a massive quantity of blooms. Capitalize on the need for more extreme heat and drought tolerant plants by offering the Mojave series of Portulaca from Proven Winners. With large, vividly colored flowers that pollinators adore, and non-stop bloom from spring until frost, they can be offered in multiple crops throughout the season. For 2025, we have 2 improved varieties and 1 eye-catching color addition to the Mojave series. Mojave Fuchsia Improved has more prolific, vivid fuchsia blooms and an improved flowering performance over its predecessor. With outstanding heat and drought tolerance, and large, vividly colored flowers that pollinators adore, combined with a more mounded trailing habit that doesn't become flat and open on top as it matures, Mojave Fuchsia Improved is a great option for multiple crops throughout the season. Mojave Tangerine Improved was marked as one of our most dramatic upgrades this season by our trial managers. It features far greater vigor, larger and more saturated orange blossoms that don't fade in the heat, and a mounded habit that remains compact and doesn't split open as the plant matures. Like others in the series, its self-cleaning blossoms attract pollinating bees and butterflies. Our new color addition to the Mojave series is Mojave Mango, a 2025 top pick. Mojave Mango is a novel new variety that shines with large, bright, mango-colored blossoms with a narrow scarlet ring around the center that creates a bullseye for pollinating bees and butterflies. Like others in the series, its blossoms are self-cleaning and the plant maintains its stellar garden performance all season. The larger, stunning scarlet flower spikes of unplugged red salvia stands out in a crowd and gives this plant tremendous impulse appeal at retail. Growers will find it has greater flower power in a truer shade of scarlet compared to other varieties on the market. Unplugged red has a habit that is semi-upright and vase-shaped, along with strong heat and humidity tolerance combined with a strong tolerance to poor sandy soils, hearkening to its native roots. Unplugged red is beloved by pollinating bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, but is typically not bothered by deer. If you've enjoyed the look and performance of Unplugged So Blue Salvia, you'll love this crisp white selection, Unplugged White. Since they are self-cleaning, no deadheading is needed to keep the plants in bloom from spring to frost, and they have a far cleaner look than others of this type. White is a highly attractive color for pollinating bees, and these blossoms provide a continuous source of nectar for them, as well as butterflies and hummingbirds. Meet the first ever series of Scaevola with star-shaped flowers rather than fan-shaped flowers. Though both types have 5 petals, those of the new Star Diva series are arranged in a perfect star formation, lending a larger, fuller appearance to the blossoms. We welcome 3 colors to this new series: Star Diva Blue, a 2025 top pick, Star Diva Pink, and Star Diva White. Pollinating bees are quick to find the tiny white bullseye that rims the throat of each flower. These plants form a compact, densely mounded to semi-trailing mound that is smaller overall than Whirlwind Scaevola. They are extremely durable in sun, heat and humidity, rain, drought, and wind. From our partners at Classic Caladiums and Abbott Ipco, who brought the incredible line of heart-to-heart caladiums and stunning Be My Callus to proven winners, comes another groundbreaking addition to the brand. For a plant that is sure to stand up and stand out in your lineup, you can't go wrong with Emerald Isle alocasia. This stunning tropical finishes faster than many other cultivars, forming a compact clump of massive, bright green, glossy, undulating leaves held on green petioles. At maturity, each leaf of Emerald Isle can easily measure 12 inches wide and 18 inches long, or even larger when grown in the ground in climates with long growing seasons. Initially, the leaves are held vertically, but become more horizontal as they fully develop, lending an overall outward arching shape to the plant. The plant is distinctively heavier branched than most alocasia of this type, creating an eye-catching thriller in container recipes and a stunning focal point in landscapes in sun or shade. Growers and gardeners alike will enjoy the strong growth rate and vigor of Emerald Isle. Its tolerance of Pythium root rot and Xanthomonas leaf spot will help it shine all season. Growers will find it easiest to produce in 1-gallon Royale containers in spring or 2-gallon containers in summer given its size. For over 10 years now, the Proven Winners Perennial program has seen tremendous growth, thanks in part to the tremendous breeding work and cutting-edge production techniques at Walter's Gardens. These novel perennials have enabled growers and retailers to offer a truly premium line of genetics that outperform others in the home garden. 2025 brings another strong list of top-notch varieties to the Proven Winners perennial lineup. Let's take a look at these new items. Firefly Achillea varieties differ from other yarrow due to their taller nature without compromising beautiful habits and sturdiness, and we have 2 new color additions to the popular collection. Firefly Fuchsia has deep fuchsia pink flowers that age to light pink, and Firefly Red has bright cherry red flowers with small yellow eyes and silvery green foliage. If you've enjoyed the ease and beauty of the Allium serendipity, then Bobblehead is the next perennial you will want to check out. Bobblehead supersizes serendipity as a much larger, robust plant with bigger blooms, an earlier bloom time, and lighter flower color. Globe-like 3 to 3.5 inch pale lilac flowers appear in midsummer, persisting for many weeks before leaving behind perfectly spherical seed heads. Foliage is glaucous blue-green with a twist to each individual leaf. If the foliage is bruised or the clump cut into, the plant will give off a strong onion smell, translating into high deer and rabbit resistance. Bobblehead has good heat and drought tolerance and is capable of surviving in a wide variety of soils. Plant in sunny spaces with good drainage for the best results. We welcome Alstroemeria, an excellent cut flower that holds together for a long time after it's cut, as a new genus to the Proven Winners perennial collection, with 3 fantastic varieties. Each variety has overwintered multiple seasons in Zone 6 and should be hardier when planted in well-drained soils with winter protection. The tall stems and cookie-cutter consistent flowers of all 3 varieties are florist quality. Summer Break is a floriferous pink Alstroemeria with substantial landscape presence. The tall stems and consistent flowers of Summer Break are florist quality. Summer Breeze produces flowers that appear on the plant in midsummer and continue until frost. Each flower is a blend of colors with sunny yellow centers, peach petals, and apricot backs. Dark foliage has purple-black tones, which further illuminate the blooms. The vigorous tall habit of Summer Breeze provides ample landscape presence and reliable hardiness. Summer Heat has large red flowers with tall stems and a long season of bloom. Each flower has a prominent yellow central flare. An improvement on the long-standing Decadence Vanilla Cream Baptisia, Decadence Vanilla Cream 2 maintains the same compact, well-rounded shape while blooming earlier with longer inflorescence. Dark charcoal stems hold dramatic 16 to 18-inch panicles of creamy white flowers, with branching to add a second and third flush of flowers. Seed pods begin to develop immediately after the plant is finished flowering, deepening in color and persisting into fall. This easy-care, drought-tolerant, deer-resistant perennial is an excellent choice for gardeners looking for low-maintenance or native perennials. The Mini Marvels series of Carpathian bellflowers brings 3 new cultivars to the market. Each member of the series is exceptionally compact, perfect for tucking into small areas or lining the front of the border. Mini Marvels Campanula carpatica are best used in moist, well-drained soil and will benefit from afternoon shade in southern regions. Mini Marvels Midnight has incredibly dark violet-blue flowers. Mini Marvels Starbright has pure white flowers, and Mini Marvels Twilight has indigo blue flowers with white interiors. The Bells series of Campanula glomerata are long-blooming perennials and a great source of late spring and early summer color. The Bells series provides a spectacular floral show over dense mounds of green foliage. Gardeners can use Bells varieties to line borders or in mass plantings for a head-turning display. Angel Bells has well-formed clusters of white flowers, and Bells and Whistles has dark violet-blue flowers. It's very upright and later to bloom than other Campanula glomerata varieties. Another new series and genus for Proven Winners perennials is Designer Threads Coreopsis verticillata. The 4 colors of Designer Threads all have mounded habits and add fine texture to the garden from the moment they emerge in spring. Each variety was selected only after showing exceptional mildew resistance to preserve that fine foliage. Blooms on this series persist for many weeks, opening cleanly with broad, flat petals. The soft yellow flowers of Designer Threads Creamy Calico each contain a broad, defined, deep maroon eye. The flowers are a clear bicolor and do not contain any flecking or bleeding in the petals. Designer Threads Golden Needles has golden yellow flowers, each containing sharp maroon central eye zones. The flowers of Designer Threads Golden Needles are clear bicolor and do not contain any flecking or bleeding in the petals. The flowers are notably large. Designer Threads Heartstrings have cream flowers with a dark reddish-pink eye. The eye zone jets nearly to the tip of each petal, with flecking appearing along the veins. Flowers are notably large at 2 inches wide. Designer Threads Scarlet Ribbons has velvety maroon-red flowers that are solid throughout the petal. We're excited to add Kaleidoscope Delosperma as another new series and genus to Proven Winners perennials. A brilliantly colored series of succulent Delosperma, Kaleidoscope stand out on the market with large flower sizes and improved cold hardiness. Members of this series have reliably overwintered in Zone 6 West Michigan climates for multiple years prior to selection. These plants are notable for heat and drought tolerance, as well as requiring little to no maintenance. The evergreen foliage creates year-round interest and is useful as a ground cover. Plant widths are measured after 2 years, and they are likely to continue spreading after that. Kaleidoscope Dancing Embers has reddish-orange flowers that are almost completely solid in color, radiating around cream centers. Kaleidoscope Orchid Flash has dark lavender pink flowers with long, narrow petals. The light pink flowers of Kaleidoscope Pink Radiance surround rosy purple centers. And a 2025 top pick is Kaleidoscope Razzle Dazzle, which features bicolor flowers that transition from raspberry red tops to fuchsia purple eyes around cream centers. A white flowering companion to pink diamonds, White Diamonds Dicentra has pure white blooms that begin appearing in spring and continue until frost. Glaucous blue-green foliage is finely textured, lending to the common name of fern-leafed bleeding heart. White Diamonds is an alpine-type bleeding heart and will have its best performance in full sun and well-drained soils. Varieties in the double-coated Echinacea series have prolific floral production seated atop dense rosettes of foliage. Broad horizontal ray petals maximize flower size, and plants are low, wide, and well-branched, allowing for use along the front of the border. New for 2025 is double-coated Everything's Rosy, with 4-inch flowers with rosy palms and soft pink ray petals that burst into life under the heat of midsummer. Compared with double-coated Raspberry Beret, double-coated Everything's Rosy is a lighter shade of pink with fewer red tones in the flower. Touch of Blush Heliopsis gains its name from the pink tones that appear on new foliage. This blush coloration nicely accents the bright white variegation of the dark green leaves. Semi-double yellow flowers have multiple layers of overlapping petals. Compared to the flowers of fellow variegated introduction Bit of Honey, Touch of Blush has slightly smaller flowers and dark cones instead of gold. Compared to Tuscan Sun and Tuscan Gold, Touch of Blush is more compact. Rainbow Rhythm Fearfully and Wonderfully Made is a daylily that is truly wonderfully made. If you have loved mid-sized fancy daylilies like Rainbow Rhythm Lake of Fire, then Rainbow Rhythm Fearfully and Wonderfully Made is the next variety to add to your garden. Their 5.5-inch flowers look bigger than their measured size, with wide petals and pie crust edges. Both have well-branched scapes with lots of buds that lead to excellent rebloom. Fans of the Dressed Up series of Heuchera will be delighted by the addition of Dressed Up Prom Dress, a sizable silver selection and a 2025 top pick. Each pewter leaf is heavily ruffled and accented with dark charcoal veins. The newest leaves are flushed with violet, matching the undersides of the leaves. The long-lasting foliage of Dressed Up Prom Dress looks great through autumn, allowing gardeners to mix it with mums and pumpkins for a unique fall look. Fun and Games Shadow Tag can be used to color up shadowy spaces in any garden. Green leaves have a silvery overlay with dark burgundy centers that radiate out along the veins of the leaves. In late spring, sprays of bubblegum pink flowers mound above the foliage. The flowerscape heights of Fun and Games Shadow Tag are proportional to the size of the plant, similar to Fun and Games I Spy. The leaf color stays rich throughout the end of the season and will remain semi-evergreen in more temperate climates. Summerific Cookies and Cream, a 2025 top pick, is a night and day combination of matte black foliage and pure white flowers. Summerific Cookies and Cream emerges in late spring, already showing its dark foliage, which is the perfect backdrop to early season perennials. Like other dark-leaved hardy hibiscus, full sun is necessary to bring out the deepest foliage color. Beginning in midsummer, slightly cupped 6 to 7 inch bright white flowers will appear. Each bloom is absent the typically red eye of hardy hibiscus, appearing solid white. Summerific Cookies and Cream is exceptionally compact and sturdy, and despite the small habit size, it does not lack for flowers. Blooms will appear the length of the stem for top to bottom flower coverage, causing summerific cookies and cream to bloom both earlier and longer than traditional varieties. Walter's Gardens has long been known as an exceptional breeder of hosta, and 2025 brings 3 additional selections into the Shadowland series. First is Shadowland Gigantosaurus, with its massive size and massive leaves that will have gardens feeling like something out of Jurassic Park. Shadowland Gigantosaurus will come roaring to life in early spring as one of the first hostas to emerge. The large blue leaves have a wavy yellow margin, and in summer, the yellow margins turn to creamy white. Pale lavender flowers first begin appearing in early summer and are held just above the foliage. Next is Shadowland Lone Star, a green-centered sport of the popular variety Key West. The leaves are a medium green with a vivid gold margin, with bright filtered shade drawing out the most intense gold coloration in the margin. Near-white flowers are held well above the foliage on tall scapes in early summer. And last but not least is Shadowland Sound of Music, a 2025 top pick. This giant hosta will add immediate interest with heavily corrugated, medium variegated leaves. Chartreuse centers jet to glaucous blue-green margins, with the centers maturing to creamy white in summer. In early summer, large clusters of near-white flowers will have birds and pollinators singing in the shade garden. Shadowland Sound of Music has the Queen of Hostas in the background, Shadowland Empress Wu, so you know it's going to get big. Bring bright, vibrant colors to gardens with the new Bejeweled series of bearded penstemon. This mid-size series was selected for dense habits and large flowers. Each variety has strong stems holding brightly colored blooms to create a full-looking plant with flowers appearing in late spring and early summer. Lance-shaped dark blue-green foliage looks good all season long. Native to rocky hillsides in the southwestern United States, these plants thrive in areas with full sun and good drainage. The 2 varieties in the series are Bejeweled Pink Pearls with medium pink tubular flowers, and Bejeweled Rose Rhinestones with deep rose-pink tubular flowers that are darker and redder than Bejeweled Pink Pearls. The brilliant flower color of Luminary Pink Lightning will deliver a shock to the landscape when it begins blooming in midsummer. Each individual flower is a bright true pink with a central white starburst pattern. Individual flowers of Luminary Pink Lightning are the largest in the series. Compared with Luminary Prismatic Pink, the flowers are not as lavender and have light-colored centers instead of dark. Healthy foliage has been documented as mildew-free through September. Rudbeckia breeding has come a long way since the introduction of Goldsturm in 1937. If you still like the look of this broad-leafed cultivar, but need a stronger performer for landscapes, consider the new Mega Millions Rudbeckia. Its habit is similar, but it is an absolute blooming machine. In the breeder's trials, one 3-year-old Mega Millions plant produced over 1,000 more flowers than a 7-year-old plant of Goldsturm, all in a single season. Vernalization will help to bulk up the plants and flowering, but it's not required. Its broad, deep green leaves also stay cleaner due to better resistance to Septoria leaf spot. Mega Millions will stay where you plant it, so there won't be any nuisance seedlings popping up all over the garden. It's time to make the switch to this new and exceptionally improved genetics. Living Large Big Sky, a 2025 top pick, is a supersized new salvia that will be a must-have for gardeners. A magnificent floral display of violet blue flowers is supported by a dense rosette of large green leaves. Living Large Big Sky is later to bloom than other perennial salvias. Like bristles on a paintbrush, the stems of Prairie Wind's brushstrokes stand vertical, bend gracefully with the wind, then return to their upright position. Powder blue stems take after their namesake before turning wine red in early fall. Use this native perennial grass for its fine texture in summer, then leave it standing in fall for winter interest. Add a slice of this native wildflower to your garden. The tubular flowers of apple slices appear for many weeks in late spring and early summer. The red and orange colors, coupled with the flower shape, are popular with hummingbirds and other pollinators. This woodland perennial grows from sun to shade, and it's long-lived once established. Apple slices has dark wine-red flowers and will be more floriferous in full sun, but will also need more moisture to stay looking nice, with filtered sun recommended in southern regions. Apple slices are self-cleaning, meaning old flowers fall to the ground rather than drying to the stem. Totally Stoked is a new series of Stokes aster that will have North American wildflowers enthusiasts totally stoked. The varieties of Totally Stoked are moderately sized with dense habits and are proven to thrive in the heat and humidity of summertime warm markets. Good basal branching creates numerous flowers from early to late summer, completely covering the rich dark green foliage. First up is Totally Stoked Riptide, a 2025 top pick with 2 1/2 inch periwinkle blue flowers. Second is Totally Stoked Whitecaps, with 2 1/2 inch flowers that are near white with a blush pink tinge that appear white from a distance. Find fine texture for gardens with Cotton Candy, an elegant meadow rue. This upright selection creates a dense pillar of foliage before being topped with wispy lavender flowers in late spring. Compared with the typically leggy varieties of this genus, Cotton Candy is well balanced with flowers sitting just above the foliage, with the columnar habit perfect for adding height to small spaces. The tall stems and long-lasting flowers make this selection excellent as a cut flower and are also not commonly bothered by deer and rabbits. Webmaster is a bicolor spiderwort that showcases warm purple flowers with a soft lilac edge. The color transition on the petals almost appears to be airbrushed on. Flowers are large for spiderwort at 2 inches wide. The long period of bloom of Webmaster is supported on a polished, compact habit of glaucous blue-green foliage. Another new plant category for the Proven Winners brand is the exciting new Art and Soul Mangave program from Walters Gardens, our longtime Proven Winners Perennials partner. Mangave meet the needs of the modern gardener. These large, succulent-esque hybrids retain the excellent heat and drought tolerance of their agave background while adding fast-growing tropical attributes from their Manfreda parentage. They can be grown solitary in the landscape or in mixed or monoculture plantings in decorative containers. The Art and Soul Mangave varieties tolerate a wide variety of moisture conditions, allowing them to be mixed with succulents, flowering annuals, and tropical plants. Art and Soul varieties are perennial in southern and western zones, with the option of being grown as an annual in northern zones or overwintered indoors. The collection debuts with 6 varieties in a mix of architectural forms and colors. Let's take a look at each Art and Soul variety. With narrow, flat lime green leaves that form an arching habit, Art and Soul Bad Hair Day is very easy to handle due to its soft and flexible leaves. Each leaf blade has light blush red spotting with a distinct blush toward the tips of the leaves. Art and Soul Catch a Wave has very thick silvery blue-green leaves that are generously covered with restrained dark spotting. The margins curl upward to show off its marginal teeth, and the upright habit makes it look equally cool from a side view as it does from the top. With smoky purple leaves that are broad with tiny white spines, Art and Soul Lavender Lady has a well-rounded, geometric form capable of thrilling in a decorative container or as a standalone landscape specimen. The dark color of Art and Soul Night Owl comes from its heavy dark spotting. The wide leaves gently undulate to show off its marginal spines, and the best color comes when planted in a full sun location. Art and Soul Thunderbird is on the smaller side with thick, flat leaves that are almost completely covered with dark red spots, resulting in eye-catching appeal. The leaves form an upright, refined rosette. Art and Soul Tooth Fairy has long and pronounced spines that are presented in a rainbow of colors, ranging from cinnamon brown to yellow to orange. Blue-green leaves show off the array of colors even more, with faint spotting giving the thick leaves some character. Since joining Proven Winners in 2004, Spring Meadow Nursery and the Proven Winners Color Choice Flowering Shrub Program has completely reinvented the shrub category within our industry. Their innovative and extremely deep breeding program is unmatched and continues to be the standard of excellence, dominating industry-wide sales in nearly every genus they sell. Spring Meadow Nursery works with breeders near and far to find the most promising new plants, on average taking 10 years of extensive trialing and testing to bring it to market. Proven Winners Color Choice Flowering Shrubs are evaluated for a range of qualities, which can include reblooming, disease resistance, non-invasiveness, new habits and sizes, new flower and foliage colors, and increased hardiness or heat tolerance. Even better, every Proven Winners Color Choice variety is backed by an industry-leading consumer marketing and awareness campaign, making them a must-have for growers, retailers, landscapers, and home gardeners. Each year, Spring Meadow introduces many new varieties into the Proven Winners Color Choice program. Let's take a look at a few of the highlights for the 2025 season. Wee Bit Innocent Big Leaf Hydrangea is for anyone who can appreciate a high-performance hydrangea with drop-dead gorgeous looks. Large, rounded mop-head flowers are comprised of double florets of a sweet yet sassy pink or blue. It also exhibits some rebloom in late summer and fall. This is one of those plants that when it was on trial, everyone who saw it stopped and said, "Ooh, that's so pretty." Grow it and see for yourself. Like the other members of the Wee Bit series, it combines florist quality blooms with outstanding landscape performance, making these the perfect substitutes for the City Line series. Wee Bit Innocent is true to its name, measuring just 2 feet tall and 2½ feet wide, and is hardy in zones 5 through 9. Flavorette Paired Rose is the second in our line of Flavorette edible roses, and it's as lovely in the garden as it is in a vase or on the table. Flavorette Paired Rose creates delicate pink flowers that have a distinctive light pear flavor and a lush, soft texture that's lovely to eat. The semi-double flowers are born on a sturdy, healthy plant that's easy to grow with a garden-friendly 3 to 4 foot habit. Both roses in the Flavorette series will appeal to rose lovers, herb gardeners, and foodies alike. Use them in sweets, salads, and infusions for uniquely flavored touch to summer meals and treats. You can grow the hardy Flavorette roses in USDA Zone 4 through 8. Now let's talk about innovation. Fireball Seedless Burning Bush, the only seedless, sterile, non-invasive Euonymus elatus on the market. Dr. Tom Rainey and his team have created a game changer with all the fiery red beauty you expect from burning bush, but without the risk of spreading into wild areas. Hardy in USDA Zones 4 through 8, it boasts a rounded, compact 5 to 7 foot habit. This is not just a plant, it's a commitment to responsible landscaping. For those seeking a splash of color and versatility, say hello to Paisley Pup Dog Hobble. This North American native shrub is not your typical one-trick pony. With foliage showcasing an array of colors and fragrant white flowers, it's a problem-solving plant with style. Deer-resistant, shade-tolerant, and compact at 3 to 4 feet tall and 4 to 5 feet wide, it's a true showstopper. Hardy in USDA Zones 5 through 8, this is nature's palate at its finest. Craving a sweet treat from your garden? Look no further than the Taste of Heaven Thornless Blackberry. The sweetest, most flavorful blackberry on the market, hand-picked from hundreds of varieties. Vigorous, thornless, and producing large, luscious fruits over several weeks in the summer, it's a blackberry lover's dream. Hardy in USDA Zones 5B through 9, this full, bushy blackberry plant reaches heights of 3 to 5 feet and widths of 2 to 3 feet. Homegrown sweetness at its finest. And if one tasty treat wasn't enough, here's another, the splendid blue highbush blueberry. a rare combination of incredible sweetness, flavor, and genuine ornamental value. This tidy high-bush blueberry not only looks great with its dusky blue foliage, but also sets the stage for lovely white flowers in spring and luscious blueberries in summer. Hardy in USDA Zone 6 through 9, it stands at a beautiful, mounded 3 to 4 feet. A true delight for the eyes and the palate. Every plant tells a story, and these remarkable additions are chapters of color, taste, and beauty. So, why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary? Contact Spring Meadow Nursery to grow these and more extraordinary Proven Winners Color Choice shrubs, or contact your favorite wholesale grower to offer Proven Winners Color Choice in your garden center or in your landscape designs. Our longtime flowering shrub partner, Spring Meadow Nursery, brings an exciting new addition to the Proven Winners brand, ornamental trees. Soft launched in 2020, we've spent the past few years building the supply chain and increasing availability in the marketplace. Beginning with the 2025 season, we will begin marketing the first ever Tree of the Year with Showtime Crabapple. Showtime's nice, upright overall habit displays deep, rich pink flowers just in time for spring that turn into bright red fruit that brings color to every garden in the fall and winter. Hardy to Zone 4 and can be planted in full sun, this is a must-have product. All ornamental trees will be sold and grown in the Proven Winners Color Choice branded container and will include our distinctive diamond-shaped tag. The goal of the program is to bring exciting trees with unique ornamental qualities with multiple seasons of interest, just like flowering shrubs. No shade or fruit trees here, just beautiful trees that shine in the garden. There are 15 trees to choose from, and we are working hard with breeders around the globe to find more trees that fit our criteria. The criteria we are looking for is superior beauty, improved disease resistance, landscape-friendly size and habit, multiple seasons of interest, and retail appeal. Midnight Express Redbud is a fast-growing, disease-resistant tree with beautiful purple foliage that lasts all season long. Pink, pea-shaped blooms appear in early spring, just in time for spring fever, hardy to Zone 5, and best grown in full sun for the best foliage color. Temple of Bloom's 7 Sunflower has been a part of the Proven Winners Color Choice shrub line for a few years, but it is a great fit as it is a small, highly ornamental tree that's the ideal size and scale for home landscapes. Thick, leathery, handsome foliage emerges in spring, followed by thousands of white flowers in late summer, attracting hummingbirds and pollinating insects. As the weather cools into early autumn, the flowers drop and the flower-like bract that held them turns a deep pink-red color that is showy for several weeks. And once the foliage drops, it reveals a very elegant habit and dramatically appealing tan bark for distinctive winter interest. Hardy to Zone 5, grow in full or partial sun. Initial interest from growers and garden centers has been overwhelming as we look to reshape tree sales in the garden center. For those interested in growing their own finished product, please contact your favorite bare root supplier. For garden centers, please call your preferred grower and ask for Proven Winners Color Choice trees. Product availability will remain limited, so place your spring 2025 order now. For more information, contact Spring Meadow Nursery or visit provenwinners.com. We're excited to announce a new partnership and new plant category for the Proven Winners brand. We've joined forces with Garden State Bulb to create innovation in the packaged bulb category with unique hand-selected genetics, large bulb sizes, innovative and curated mixes, and upscale retail packaging. Garden State Bulb is the industry's #1 North American packaged bulb supplier and has long been viewed as an innovator and market leader, making them the perfect addition to the Proven Winners brand. The program launches with the unique concept of simplifying the shopping experience with bulb garden mixes in one convenient package. These spring-planted, summer-flowering garden mixes come in a variety of color palettes, all with top-performing name varieties and large bulb sizes. The program will also feature fall-planted spring flowering bulbs that have hard-to-find and very unique attributes and unique mixes, creating a truly premium experience for gardeners and a fantastic value-added program for our retail partners. This new partnership with Garden State Bulb is off to a fantastic start, and we expect continued innovation for years to come. For more information or to order, contact your Garden State Bulb or Netherland Bulb Company sales representative or visit provenwinners.com.